What's up YouTube? My name's Quickie, welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I am sorry about this. I'm having a mental week. Basically, I'm having to grab time as and when I can. And in this instance, I've just come straight here from work. So these are my working togs. Nice, aren't they? It's a lot better than the workshop onesie because that's covered in crap from head to toe. Anyway, I've got an awful lot going on this week, awful lot. So today's Tuesday, yesterday was Monday and I started in the model shop. I'm finally a model shop technician and no longer a welder fabricator, which is kind of cool. And it is good, I am enjoying it. We've already got stuck in and stuff. Predominantly what I'm going to be doing is modifying products that we currently do to suit a certain purpose, or building like one-off proof of concept stuff, or tooling, or jigs, or all that sort of stuff. So it is really cool, dead interesting so far, and I've got a massive training plan that they want to take me through as well, which is all good. However, it does mean a few changes. So for the next couple of months at least, I'm going to be working days. So I thought. So yesterday and today I started at 7 o'clock in the morning and finished at 3. However, as of tomorrow I'm going in at 10 o'clock. I'm doing an hour's overtime and then I'm doing my normal working day, which is going to be split into 2 4-hour chunks, half of it in the model shop doing the training and all that sort of stuff, and then half of it in the assembly unit, so I can see how everything goes together and, you know, all the fixings and all that sort of stuff, because there's quite a lot to learn. So I'm going to be doing that for 2 weeks, which is going to seriously limit my time in here. I do still have my weekends back, which is cool, and potentially I can dip in here sort of, you know, after work and whatnot. And next week Sammy's away as well, so I've got the Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday to come in here and get some stuff done. So all is not lost. All is not lost. Ultimately I will be going back to back shift, which is going to be like the 3 till 11 thing. But that's a ways off yet, so you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. But you know, there's nothing I can do. The boss says that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. So anyway, I've dipped in here because I want to get a head start on this for the weekend. Oh, the weekend. I'm in here on Saturday and then Steve-O's down on Sunday. It's going to be a wild angle day. I'm looking forward to that one, and you'll see why. But anyway, so hopefully I'm going to get 2 videos out this week just to keep you all entertained. But yeah, so we're going to be busy. Anyway, I want to make a head start on this. So I figured out how I'm going to, basically I want to chop these corners off here and make it look a bit more like a yoke, and get the radius in here and a radius in there and a radius around there, and we can really start to see what it's going to look like. I know how I'm going to locate it with my pegs on the rotary table. That one goes in there like that. This one is going to go in there like that. So all I need to do is to make up a collar such that when I put something 5mm to it, it hits this centre point on the back, which I've marked off, and goes flush up to there, so I get 5mm thickness all the way around it, the fault leg. So that's what I'm doing. I've got an off cut of alley. I don't know what this was for, haven't got a Scooby, but I'm going to turn this down and make a collar that's just long enough so I can locate all this and then we can have at it. If I don't make a start on chomping the corners off today, we'll be doing that easily by the weekend. So anyway, that's the plan. Right, let's make that a bit clearer. There we are. Right, so with him clamped on there and just touching the edge where my 5mm jobby is, that bit there is going to be going, and that's the inside face. So I'm sticking them over there. and do the same. Come on, that bit's going. And we're coming down to there. So I'm not too bothered if I come a little bit shy of this, really not fussed. I just want to get an idea as to how big this collar needs to be. So we'll come off that line 90 degrees. So I'll make that 6.29, 6.3. .02. Cool. So I add the radii together and that's how big it needs to be. Right, so I've got my cap done. You can actually get a really lovely finish in Ali. He goes in there, he goes in there, like that. And then if I was to clamp this up between the two centres, bit like that. A little bit of wiggle room in there. However, that does come down on my centre point. So the idea is that I can strap all this back onto the bed of Brian, just rotate the table whilst I'm indicating on this bit between the two holes, so I can get it dialed in absolutely cock on. Lock it off, and then I can just machine in the X-axis just to take this corner off, having took all this lot off obviously. We should be alright, I think. We should be alright. I mean, I can set this wherever I want, so I can get strap clamps in on the rotary table, so that'll be alright. Yeah, it'll be fine. That's going to work. Right. Have all this apart and see where we go from there. I need to tip off now, so but at least I've got my collar done. I can have a running start at this when I come back in. I think I might be able to come in tomorrow or Thursday, something like that, but pretty much this is all going to happen on Saturday. So I want to have that lot lopped off, and if I can, I also want to get the the radius put in on each of the 3 holes and stuff. So we will see what we shall see. I'll be back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm having a nightmare with this. It's just a really convoluted way of doing it. I don't like it. because anything convoluted just has a habit of going wrong. Today is Saturday. I've had absolutely no time this week, so Sunday is now spoken for as well, because Sam's off on her holidays again. Second holiday in 2 months, and then she gets another one next month. So I've got stuff that I need to be doing on Sunday before she disappears. So I've only got today in here really, and I'm just like wasting time with stupid setups like this. So I think what I'm going to do, it's just too convoluted, there's too much stuff. By the time I put the rotary table on top of the bed, you start eating into the height, and this is quite high as well, and then you've got tooling and that to come in here as well. You know, I'm running out of real estate, which I never thought I would say on this mill, but I am. So what we're going to do is we're going to simplify this right down, because less is just better. We'll have him. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just having all this. I'll take the turntable out and I'm bolting it straight onto the bed, and I'll just tap it. I'll do it like the old way of doing it. That'll be fine. Right, so that is a much simpler setup to be using. Trouble is, where I was stacking stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff, just everything turns into a spring and it all moves just a little bit. You might not see it or feel it, but it does. So we clamp straight down to the bed. I've got some like arbitrary bits of junk underneath here, which is all the same width. That's all good. And I've had my pegs in the holes, indicated with a flat across here, so I know that that's the angle I need to be cutting. And the idea is I've got a centre mark here on this top face, and we're just going to run it out to the end, and that should give me a 5mm gap there. We are going to sneak up on it just to be on the safe side. But there you go. I've also got a long series 12mm cutter, because obviously from there to there is quite a long way, and all my other milling bits is a lot shorter, and I don't want to do it in stages. So simple is best. Right, let's have at it. Right, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, but this has been machined down to well under a mil, and I just want to wiggle it off rather than cut through it, because I don't like the idea of it getting snagged on the cutter and stabbing me in the face. So he's coming off. We're still a bit big, so even if it peels a burr off the bottom, I don't really care, because we've still got a ways to come down on size. Come on. There we go. Right, that'll do. Right, so now we can start working our way in. I just want to get a couple of measurements first, so I know how far we've got left to go. Right, so we're still a ways up there. Actually, let's take a mil off it and see where we end up. Right, we're basically down to my centre mark here, which is all cool. I've measured, obviously the front to back I know is 5 mil, and I've measured the back one, it's coming up at 5.5, but I've hit my centre point. I'm not really bothered about it, and there was always going to be a little bit of wiggle room anyway. It just means that when I put the radius in here, the radius is going to start a little bit further up on this face and it finishes on here. You don't belong there, do you? Right, so we is getting there, look. It's definitely getting a bit of shape to it now. So that's one side done. Hasn't got a bad finish either. And that's a, see, I wanted to see how these long series end mills did. And it's not got a bad finish to it, but that is like 80 mil of cutting flutes there. But you know, on a 12 mil cutter, you're going to get some tool movement at the bottom. I just wanted to see how it did. I have got an angle plate in the back, so what I could have done was set it vertically, bolted it to that, just whizzed across it and like finished it off with a fly cutter. But I wanted to see how these things do, just so I know, do I use them in the future, do I not? But I mean, it's doing the do. It's probably not the quickest way, but at least I'm learning what it can and can't do. There you go, getting there. Just got the other side to do now. Right. So why is the yokes all hairy then? Funny story. I got my brush caught in my milling bit. It dragged it in, there's hairs everywhere, look. Hence, I'm now just in short sleeves. Hoodie's over there with the drawstrings, because I really don't want to get dragged in. Somebody did mention it beforehand as well, and I meant to make a point of it. And then I caught me brushing it, so it's like point made, wasn't it? So I am sneaking up on this. Basically, the first cut comes down here, and I want to get this to marry up with it, because we're just sort of south of where it needs to be. So I'm just taking 0.2 at a time out of it. And then when we get close, like really close, I'm just going to start measuring from the point where the flat meets the slopey angle going down to the center point, and it should be the same on both sides. My sanity check is the wall thickness where it goes up to the fork tube, but that's going to be the easy way of doing it. So let's give him another 0.2, which is there. Give it another bash, eh? I'm hoping that's the last one. Hoping. We shall see, we shall see. Right. Let's have you back. Just in case. Oh, he's on the mark. That could be it. Guesstimators I know. But there's two different angles involved there. 41. Tiniest bit out. Right, I'm going to take another 0.1, I think. Because, yeah, I want the radiuses to match up right. So, where are we? 1.4, so go 1.5. There we go. Right, this should be the last one. .79. So not the best way of measuring it, I get that, but 0.01 out using guesstimators round here is known as cock on. I'm having that. Right, let's quick tidy up. I'll pull him out of here and you can see what I've been doing. Right then. Right, I'm sorry about the noise outside. Sounds like Jack's got the party mix on. And he's doing something very buzzy. I don't know what the hell that is. But anyway, this is what we've got so far. I will get some pictures and put them up for you. There are a few scratches and stuff on it where it's just been handled or wiped off and there's been a chip in the rag and it's just scraped it, which I'm not happy about. But I mean, the whole thing's going to get dressed up anyway and have a brush finish left on it sort of at the end anyway. So, but that's it so far. So next step is going to be sticking the radius on it. So each of these corners needs to be rounded over. Obviously that needs to be rounded, so does this. So he's going to be going back on the rotary table. I've got all my pegs to centralise it and stuff and get it sorted, but that's what we're doing next. What's after that? Oh, the bit after that I'm probably going to wait to do. That's the bit afterwards. Can you see this? I've got a scallop out the front of it, look. So the idea is that the speedo is going to be shoved in like an instrument cluster, and then it's going to be sunk in to the front of this, I'm still chewing over ideas about where to put my oil warning light and my neutral light. They're probably going to go either side there, but probably set at the same angle as this is going to be, sort of 20 degrees ish, something like that. So all the front of this is going to have to get scooped out, so that tube basically just goes from corner to corner. That's how I want to do it. I think it's going to look sweet as real minimal. So I'm probably going to get these radius done on Monday, because today being Saturday I've got plans and stuff tomorrow, because obviously Sam's off on her holidays, so I need to spend a bit of time with her. But then Monday I'm back in, we can get all the radius done, and then I think I'm going to make a start on the instrument cluster. That should actually be quite easy to do. That should be quite quick and simple, because there's only like 4 bits to it. Well, 5 maybe, I don't know, we'll see how we go. But anyway, that's it so far. I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to put much time in on this weekend. Literally all I've had to do this is Saturday, that's it, and I wasted half of that with a stupid setup. But you know, it's the way it goes sometime. Thank you for lots of comments about the new job and stuff. Done my first week in the model shop, cracking bunch of lads as well. There's some knowledge there, I can tell you, there's years worth of experience. But yeah, first week has gone really, really well, and I am enjoying it. All this sort of stuff is going to come in dead handy. So more of that next week. But that's where I'm leaving it for this one. Thank you ever so much for watching. Do hope you're well and staying safe, and we will see you on the next one. Laters!